Hey guys, welcome to West End Wildlife. My name is Nina and today I'm going to review the Book of Mormon London. But before I do that, if you like musical theatre, please subscribe to this channel for weekly theatre reviews and vlogs. You can also follow West End Wildlife on Twitter, Instagram and Facebook. So let's start with the Book of Mormon review, but be aware that there are spoilers in this video. First I want to talk about the theatre. The Book of Mormon in London is in the Prince of Wales Theatre, and it's a really nice place because it's between Piccadilly Circus and Leicester Square, so it's a really nice location. The theatre itself, it's not that big, and I think that gives the theatre a nice atmosphere. It's small, but at the same time there is enough room for the people that are in the theatre. This theatre looks quite modern, but it's actually old. It was first built in 1884 and it's rebuilt in 1937. Completely refurbished in 2004. I think it's not your general West End theatre experience because a lot of theatres in the West End are quite old but also look quite old, and that's what makes them that nice. With the gold-plated things on the ceiling and things like that. I love that about West End theatres. So that's one thing that I like less about the Prince of Wales Theatre. So that's why I give this theatre 4 stars. Now we are going to talk about the show. First I want to talk about the sound and lighting. The lighting and sound in this show is great. There is a lot of color lighting and I think that fits the show really well. You can see that there is color lighting. It's not used for sets or something. It's for instance in the song Man Up there is a lot of color lighting and flashing, but that fits the atmosphere of the show, so I think that's a really good choice to do that. In the beginning there is a little scene where they actually tell you how the Mormon religion began, and there is really nice lighting in Jesus. In the beginning there is a Jesus and he says, "I am Jesus," and he has lightning all over his suit. That's the Jesus what I'm talking about. And that's very funny comic lightning. What is also a really nice example of amazing lightning in the Book of Mormon is in the song Turn It Off. It's also about some sort of lightning. It's about turning off your feelings, but they sing turn it off like a light switch. So it's like turn it off, and they do like this, like if they are turning a lightning off. And in the middle of the song they do like turn it off and then clap 2 times in their hands, and the lights go down. The full house is like completely dark, and that's very funny. Then they do this again and the lights goes on, and then they do it again, the light goes off, and after that it's completely dark again, and then they do again this. They are tap dancing, and when the lights goes on they have like this pink shirts on, and the whole audience is like laughing so hard. So that's a really good use of lightning in the Book of Mormon. I found the sound very clear, everything was understandable. So for lighting and sound I would give 5 stars. Then I want to say something about the sets. The sets are really cool, they perfectly fit the show, but they are quite minimal I think. Maybe they could have used some more electronic sets, or in, for instance, Turn It Off, more of like a musical theatre set, because in Turn It Off they are in the living room of the Mormon quarters in Uganda, but they could have maybe turned the stage to some kind of musical theatre, chorus line kind of thingy. The sets are minimalistic, but they are a perfect fit for the show, so that's why I would give 4 stars. Now I want to address the book, script and lyrics. Okay, this is amazing. The book, script and lyrics are so good. They are so funny, so well thought of. There are so many great things in them. I think this is the best book that I have ever experienced in a show. It's just so cool. They have like lots and lots of jokes in it, but still there is a great storyline about these 2 guys that don't fit to each other, but at the end they do. I don't know if it makes sense. I don't know if this makes sense. It's quite rude. And I don't think it's too rude. I find it really funny, but it's quite shocking at some times. There are a lot of funny references in the Book of Mormon. In the beginning there is a reference to the Lion King. The guys are going to Uganda and one of the dads say, well, I have a really nice surprise for you. You are going to Africa. And then there is this woman. She's running on stage and then she's standing in front of the stage and she begins an alternative version of the Circle of Life. You know the well, but then she sings something different, but it sounds the same, and then she stops and all the people go back on stage and they clap. And Dad says to the boys, well, we got Mrs. Brown to sing like an African for you. So that's why I would give the book, lyrics and script definitely 5 stars. The music is phenomenal. I mean, it fits the show perfectly. There are poppy songs, there are musical theater songs, there are African songs. They have a lot of different styles. And again, the songs are very, very funny.
Hello, my name is Elder Price. Hello, my name is Elder Young. Hello, did you know that Jesus lived here in the USA?
In this part of Africa, we all have a saying. Whenever something bad happens, we just throw our hands to the sky and say, Has Adiga Ibowa.
Does it mean no worries for the rest of our days?
Kind of. We've had no rain in several days. Hasadiga Ibowa. And 80% of us have AIDS. Hasadiga Ibowa.
F you to Heavenly Father? Holy moly, I said it like 13 times!
And I would give the music again 5 stars. The last thing I want to address are the actors. This piece is so hard to act. You need really good facial expression, you need a great comic timing. Someone in the show in the Book of Mormon doesn't sing, dance or act well, the whole show falls apart. This show depends on their actors. I mean, sometimes you have a show with great sets and great this and great that. And it depends on technology for maybe the half of it, but the Book of Mormon depends fully on its actors. I've seen the show 2 times, and the first time and the second time were both amazing. The actors were really, really good. The first time that I went to the Book of Mormon, Oliver Ormson played Elder Price, and at that time he was a swing. He was really, really good. He had amazing facial expression and he also had an amazing voice, really strong and really nice to listen to. That time I had Bryce Taylor as Elder Cunningham and he was really, really funny. He was a standby for Elder Cunningham at the time. And that time I had Alexandra and Cube as Nabalunji, and I remember that I loved her voice so much. The song Salt Lake City, when she sang it, I just almost cried because her voice was so lovely and soft and also strong at the same time. It was so perfect. The second time I went to the Book of Mormon, Elder Price was KJ Hippensteel, and I loved his facial expression. His acting was really good, his dancing was quite good, but his voice, I found it sometimes a little bit soft and maybe a little bit insecure. Maybe he had a bad day, I'm not sure, but I found that his voice could be a little bit stronger and a little bit more secure. But still, he was amazing. He was an amazing Elder Price. The second time I saw Cody Jamison Strand as Elder Cunningham, and he was the perfect Elder Cunningham. I just sat in my seat and I looked at him like, oh my god, you are just perfect for this role. He was so good. But I just saw that he is actually playing this role for 4 years now on Broadway and in the national tour and now on West End. But yeah, he was perfect for this part. He was so good. The second time, Nabalunji was played by Leanne Robinson, and I loved her voice. Again, she had a great voice, just like the previous Nabalunji. But her acting could be sometimes a little bit better, but still she was a great Nabalunji. And then the show in general, I would definitely give it 5 stars. If you don't like musical theater, you will like this show, because everybody will like this show. It's so lovable, it's great, it's funny. It has great music, it has a great book, it has great dancing in it. The sets are nice, everything is just perfect and everything fits so well to this show. So I would definitely recommend seeing the Book of Mormon. Till next time, this was Nina for Westnet Wildlife, wishing you a very nice day. Goodbye!